Today, we're just going to get right into it. As your favorite talking head does his best to do something he hasn't done since yesterday. That's right, I'm reviewing another musical album. But is it as good as yesterday's? You're going to have to wait to find out. But today's album is Minus by Ed Sheeran, the deluxe edition. Is it minus? Is it plus? I don't know what these album sequences are anymore because I guess I'm too old for this shit. But I'm your favorite host, Chris Humphrey, and for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm just another talking head doing my best to get my opinion out there because I want you to follow along, listen, read, watch something new, something that may intrigue your mind. And this, if you're a fan of Ed Sheeran or if you're a fan of pop music, this would be an album for you. But I'm going to set it right off the board for you. It's not as good as the one I did yesterday. I know. Big letdown. He had big shoes to fill because Freya Riding's Blood Orange album is still playing in my head, and he had some stiff competition to try and knock it out of the park. But he did a good job. Ed Sheeran's new album starts off with hits like Boat and Eyes Closed and Salt Water and Life Goes On, you name it. There's a whole plethora of music like Curtains and Colorblind. At first, when I first listened to it, I didn't see much past the hit song Eyes Closed. I didn't give it as much effort as I normally do when it comes to listening to things because I didn't think it was my cup of tea at first. But when I was able to settle down and actually dissect the music a little better, his whether it's a beautiful rendition of Vega or Spark and Sycamore and No Strings, when he plays the guitar, whether the piano comes in, the violin, whatever instrument comes in and does it. At first, I was like, it's not as good as his previous ones, and that's what we're always trying to live up to as artists. Is we're always trying to strive to be better than what we were previous. So at first, I wasn't giving it a fair go, but then I did what I normally do, and that is I took my hour-long run in the morning, and I got to listening to it with the beautiful sky opening up. Whether it's the clouds, it let me know the sun is coming because it's bright and early. And that's where it finally hit me. Now, we've known him for what seems like forever now. I think it was 10 years ago he won a Grammy for Thinking Out Loud. Was it 10 years ago? Might be longer. It makes me feel old every time I think about it. And each album has been unique to him and his personality shows throughout all of them. And this one, he takes a step back, but still shows his personality and kills it with the lyrics. That run that I did after day 3 of listening to it, if I hadn't done that run, I probably would not have rated this very high. But then I did that run, and it started sinking into me what the artist, and this artist being Ed Sheeran, was trying to get at. And this is about future and life and how we go through life with our eyes closed and curtains. You can always open curtains, and some people are colorblind in the sense that we don't want to help certain people based off of their skin color, and it like this album hit home on that run. And then I started listening to it more, and I got into his lyrics, and I got into what he was trying to convey, and it's a bit of a heartbreaker. It's a little different than his previous piece of work, and that actually might make it better than his previous ones. Yeah, it doesn't have his pop hits like Shape of You and Thinking Out Loud and Perfect and all that, right? It doesn't have that. Eyes Closed can probably be the closest to that, and even Curtains. But what it is it has heart. and it has a lot of heart in this album. And you can hear the artist. You can hear Ed Sheeran. I keep calling him an artist because he is, but you can hear them pour their heart into it. And I'm right, it's not as good as Freya Ridings, and I'm pretty sure if Ed Sheeran was listening to her, in that album, that banger of an album she did, Blood Orange, he would probably say, "Yeah, okay, it's not as good as that." But what it is it's arguably one of the best albums of this year, and it's still, well, we still got 7 months left in the year. We got a long way to go, and more music tends to come out in fall. I find the best music I always find comes out September, October, November for me. I don't know why. It just seems to stick with me there. I had only slight problems with some of the bonus tracks, like Wildflowers and Stone. They just didn't hit as well as the previous ones. But I want you guys to go out and listen to it, and I want you to let me know what you think of it. It just came out, so it's a little bit, it depresses me a little bit because I usually want to give a little more time to music, because I find music, out of all the mediums, you have to put your heart and soul into it. But I got what he was getting to when I went for that long run, and now I can't stop listening to it, right? Borderline. Might be the song I replayed the most. I don't know. Does Apple Music tell you what song you played the most and how many times you played it? Because I don't want to see my stats. On this album, it probably borderline uh, and no strings for some reason. I think I just like the sound and I like the words, the lyrics a lot. He's a master craft, and this shows it to you that he's trying to be a little more simple, but better. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it, but please go out there and to it wherever you can, whether it's Spotify, the radio, because the radio is not dead, uh, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you can, get a hold of it, listen to it, and dissect it. Let me know what you think of it. But I'm going to give you my review. It is the second best album so far this year. Thanks to Freya Ridings for staying at the top. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's brilliant. If if you had asked me after the first 2 days what I thought of it, I probably was going to give it probably a 6. But after listening to it over time, I got a lot of the message in it that he was giving about hope and future and faith and all that, and it it struck a chord with me after. And that's the beauty of music, right? Maybe 10 years from down the line, I'll look at this album and I'll go, I like that. And that's what's going to happen, because music is weird, but it's the key to the soul, if you want an honest opinion. But you can see I put it for number 2. Nobody's going to beat Freya Ridings. I have no doubt in my mind. If there is another masterpiece, great, but I don't know. That's very hard to do. But Ed, you should be very proud of this. I apologize. Mr. Sheeran, I don't know you personally, so I can't call you Ed. But Mr. Sheeran, you should be very proud of this. You should also be, side note, very proud of winning that lawsuit. As much as I like Marvin Gaye's song, and as much as I understand what they were trying to do, as a musician, as a artist, it must feel real good to be heard and understood from the American court system, because it's very tough. And from a fan of this album, I am sorry to hear that you missed your grandmother's funeral for, I was going to say that crap, but she was probably looking down, smiling at you, and happy that you were sticking up for yourself, because from what I understand from interviews, she was a hell of a human. Let me know what you guys think of me down below. Let me know what you think of this beauty of an album, a 9 out of 10. If I don't see you guys again, I like to say good to Morgan, good to Nobden, and good to knock. Producer, Play my music, but none of Ed Sheeran's, because I will never be able to afford that music on this video. Ciao, guys.